Sirs and Madams, we're going to be checking out Volume 4 soundtrack, OST.
Here we go. You got it right this time.
Yeah, see? Yeah. I pre-planned it in my brain.
You remember what's happening.
It took a second. So, yeah, we're going to be looking at... You good?
Yeah, I just
Clearing the pipes.
Oh, okay.
Dude.
So, yeah, we're going to be checking out all the soundtrack stuff. We're going to be listening to a couple scores, I think we said.
Yeah, but then we wanted to do the score. Remember the difference between score and OST? We wanted to do the score.
If not, check out this video.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to put that up there.
Go back to the Volume 3 OST. You'll hear us talk about it.
But yeah, but the actual score to Ruby's short when she was fighting the Gorilla Grim Beringel thing.
Yep.
I wanted to say Pringle, but yeah, just for fun.
The Beringel, yeah.
So weird thing happened the other day.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I figured out, I didn't tell either of you this. Sterling and I talked about it, but
Okay.
I didn't, well, sorry,
No, it's...
But I figured out the time frame of how this story happened.
Oh, I think you told me this, yeah.
So, then...
I'm ready. I'm excited. Oh, you're just not gonna...
No.
Oh, okay.
So, Casey Lee Williams put up, she was listening to Unicorn of War to their reaction to the Volume 6 soundtrack. So she put up that video, and then I commented from that video, from the Sirs and Madams YouTube thing, about being a professional musician and still there's still stuff in the RWBY soundtrack, and there's enough stuff going on basically where you can kind of reset yourself musically without, you're not like only listening to this genre or just that genre, or it's not overly simplistic. There's just enough going on to kind of just do something else that's kind of different.
It's a wonderful palate cleanse.
Yeah. So
Pickled ginger, if you will.
So he's surrounded by gingers. It's like I can't pass that up. That's hilarious, right?
The redheads.
Fucking puns. So what happens is I make the comment, and then this YouTube account responds to it and says high five. And I didn't see that until later. And but then I kind of thought about the time frame of what was going on, because obviously when you leave a comment, you see 20 minutes ago, an hour ago, 2 days ago. So, and then on our Volume 1 OST review, this Jeffrey Williams character starts leaving
many comments,
18 comments in a row on something, and I was like, this is odd. But the thing is the high five comment that came up on my notifications on my phone for the channel, right? But I didn't see it in there, and so I had to backtrack and find out where that came from. So I think what happened is she put that video up. I made that comment eventually, probably the next morning or that night. But anyway, the next day, I guess Jeff Williams sees it and says, high five, cool, musicians, yay, right?
Right.
But then, I guess he clicked on to go to our channel.
Yeah.
And then saw the OST stuff, and then proceeded to binge watch.
All three.
To binge watch them, and then
This is at like 2 o'clock in the morning, by the way.
Yeah.
That this is all happening.
Yeah, so I know Sterling's phone is usually set for notifications too, so every 10 minutes or 15 minutes, ding, Jeff Williams again, because he was just leaving comments.
Yep.
And I actually messaged, when that first started and I saw the first 4 or 5 of them, I actually sent Casey Lee Williams a message. I took some screenshots. I said, so, weird question, but does your dad have a YouTube account? Because somebody's commenting on our stuff, and
it looks like
it would be him, but then again,
and if it quacks like a duck,
well, it's one of those things too where
also to be safe,
it's the internet and people are stupid and
to steal.
We'll impersonate people or whatever.
Oh, for sure.
And so 3 minutes later, she responded back and said, "No, that's him." Okay,
Oh, yeah.
All right,
Cool.
So anyway, so that was just kind of what happened that night.
Yeah,
that was
hey, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. Thanks for watching our videos and thanks for liking them. Apparently, really, really liking them. So we really like your music, so we appreciate it.
So yeah, so that was kind of how this weird little thing happened.
It was
Yeah.
cool, surreal, just like, oh.
I was actually watching through our Volume 3 OST the other night just to kind of get ready, and that's around the exact same time that he was doing that. So I moved over to the second one, and I was watching him comment like in real time, and I was like, what is happening right now?
Yeah, like cool. So first round of beers on us. If
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, absolutely.
if any of us are in Boston anytime soon, we'll.
If we're in Boston or if you're in Atlanta
if you're
at
in
some
Atlanta,
point.
yeah,
Oh, please let us know. if
we'll
you're
take
in
care of you.
Okay.
For sure.
So we're also going to do all of FlyntofRWBY. We're going to use all of his stuff for the videos to put in here, with the exception of like one or two of them, because obviously some of the stuff like the score and stuff like that. So
And then Armed and Ready doesn't.
yeah, I think Armed and Ready will be at the. There's a high definition like recording that's up there. But anyway, that's pretty much it. So, you guys ready to get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Into the fray. Not quietly into the dark night.
No, it's called Let's Just Live. Hey, first pun of the day. Let's go.
It is not the first pun of the day.
Well, as far as they're
And that's the
concerned.
problem.
and
So yeah, we're going to check out Let's Just Live. And here we go.
I think this is my favorite opening so far, of the 4 that I've heard.
It's very anime.
Yes, but also that opening chord is tasty.
Wait till it gets to the second section.
Oh boy.
I know your tastes in music. Just wait till it gets to the second section.
Yeah.
Again with the... That's tasty. That's really tasty. These are nice key changes. And there's a lot of them.
Yep.
Trying to catch them all is hard. There it is. There it is. I knew that was coming because I caught it when we were watching it. That shit's tasty.
It bounces around just enough
Yes.
as far as like keys and chords that
Yeah.
you wouldn't initially think.
It's just enough of a disjunct from typical progressions to
Jeff's one step closer to giant steps.
right.
That opening riff is halfway through the chorus. That's where it's coming back.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Normally you start with the beginning of a riff, but B flat. Yep.
Yeah.
Just tastiness. That's a weird change.
That half step thing.
Well,
right?
it's a half step work. That
Oh, that little...
I like that a lot. I don't know if it's a vocal line or a guitar line.
Sounds like it's vocal with vibraphone, I think.
Something. Hey, that's a nice harmony.
Everything is broken. The light's not there anymore. And the story takes an unexpected turn. A friend is suddenly
Oh,
yeah.
subtle
Yeah.
and not
drives away.
like I did.
If they were here, they'd say, "Go forward.
Mhm.
You must keep moving on."
Okay, Casey. And
Ooh,
Jeff.
nice. It was like cellos just
Wait
kind
for the-
of below.
The rebuild.
Yeah.
That's good.
Nice.
And then it goes into like full anthem.
Yeah.
So nice.
There's gonna be a lot to unpack with this one. Ba 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 boom. Nice.
Oh.
Then it speeds back up. Yeah.
Yep.
Rev it back up.
Yeah, and it's not just the double time. It's literally slowly
builds up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Accelerando.
Yes. Yes. Give me my Pokemon theme guitar solo.
You're not wrong.
It's yeah.
Yeah. First time I heard that, I was like,
Pokemon.
Really?
Right.
I just played that last week, no lie.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Not the game, like
On trombone.
the music.
Yeah.
I
it
love
is.
that so much. Has Jeff always been under that line?
So, what he said was, he apparently does all the...
Everything that's not Casey?
Yeah.
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 Which is wild. That means he's doing a lot. Oh my gosh.
Or he's probably also synthesizing some of his voice parts up a bit.
Well, and also considering the fact that, like, as we've listened through from 1 to 2 to 3, and it's like, because we were kind of making the funny comment about such an angry tenor, because
Yes.
it's just like,
Yeah.
up there, you know, kind of thing.
Well, he always is whenever he has to hit like above an
Well,
A.
but now it's one of those things where, like, in him saying that, it's like, okay, so we've been hearing that, his ability
Yeah.
to go here and to
Yeah.
layer that up just on a solo line. So now after he mentions it, it's like, oh, come to think about it, yeah, that could have been, you know, but you wouldn't think it. And
Yeah.
initially, that wouldn't be your first thought was, okay, that's Jeff doing that as opposed to maybe that's Casey doing that in her mid or
Yeah.
low.
Yeah.
Or
That's
something
nice.
like that. So, yeah. But anyway.
Because he does a lot of mid work in this song. Like he takes a lot of lower harmonies, and I liked his voice before when it was high, but I really like it low. Like I like Casey up and Jeff down, especially in that the middle section where everything cuts out and is quiet. That was really nice.
And you have the harmony down below.
Yes. Oh, it adds a bit of weight,
Mhm.
Especially when there's nothing else going on. There were so from the verse to the bridge to the chorus, there's about 10 to 13 chord changes, I think, if I was counting right, because it starts getting so the verse rolls between like 3 chords, and that's cool. But when the bridge happens, he's doing half step work, but he's also going like 1-5-1-5 half step 1-5-1-5.
Yeah.
So he does a weird like B flat down to F down to B flat down to A down to E down to A, and he's doing he's walking down the scale chromatically, but because he's splitting it up, it's not super crunchy, and I love it because the same walk down he's doing, or the same kind of movement he's walking down to the bridge, immediately happens in the chorus with a bum bum
The
bum,
walk down.
which alone I just love because they land on like a 7th chord. It's like, not only is it just a great chord to land on, but it's like a little bit chunky too. So everything about that song. Oh yeah, and the fact that that song starts with it's either a guitar. Well, the song starts with a guitar line, but in the chorus, it's either done again by a guitar, by a voice, or by both. But it's like the ba da da da, or the whatever it is, happens in the middle of the chorus. And I thought that was super funky because normally when you do a theme callback, usually it's like at the start of something, or like. When you bring a song in or you call back to a certain part of the song, you don't start in the middle of it. You start at the beginning of the idea. Right. But it's, I don't know, it's super, does it mean much? No, but I really, really liked it. Like, it sticks out to me just as a really cool touch. I don't hear that too often. Yeah. There were other things, but there's a lot in that song.
That second section where... I always appreciate when someone puts, I don't want to say sound effects, that's not the right thing, but there's an effect that's put in that's not necessarily a part of a melody. But yeah, in the background of like when it's just Casey and everything else kind of falls out or whatever, you still have to have something going on in the background. So you might have like just one chord being suspended down low for her to be on top of as she's going.
It's atmospheric.
But then there was the Pink Floyd-esque, you know, like hammer on like, and then like you hit the volume knob a little bit, like wind it up and down to like have this
kind of swell.
Yeah, it's like not quite the whale song, but it's just in the background, just enough to kind of give something else other than just the bottom chord. That's happening.
Just sustain.
It makes the song move.
Well, yeah, and it's one of those things where it's not, you know, it's not a new idea, but it's a good idea because it keeps things going. It keeps other things other than just the melody happening.
Yeah.
So, you know, it kind of has another texture to listen to. But
also, that melody line, that was the other thing. It's I know she has it. Casey has a gorgeous vibrato. It's actually, it sounds to me like a very light vibrato. And when she was doing that soft section, she let it come out a little bit more. Because sometimes you have to take it away. Sometimes if you're doing a hard and true line, because it'll mess with the. Some kinds or too much vibrato will get in the way of the line. It'll sound weird, but with less going on and her bringing it out, it was one of those things that like made me perk up. I was just like, because she has a pretty voice, and then it was just like, oh, and the little flavor on top. It was really, it was really sweet. It brought it home too. It brought the lyrics much closer to home. I really liked it.
cool.
Yeah. It's tasty. So I guess we'll move on to
really tasty.
Like Morning Falls Night. Okay. And
Oh, let me make sure I'm on
This one's pretty.
What I want. Cool. So, all right. So here we go.
Always start with the 7th chord. A good choice. Aww. You're so much like a cat.
You don't know what it's like to live in shadows. Always regretting what you've done.
Yeah, her voice is. There's more of it.
Spending time counting every little mistake, knowing it's always easier to win.
Ooh.
Don't have to spend your life looking backward. We've been through this over and over again. You can't just wish it away. The past is the past, it'll never change.
Ooh.
That was before, this is now, and when we have a chance to make it better if we try.
Oh, but I will not endanger one more friend.
You're free to do the things you want, but listen, so am I.
I made my choice.
And now I'm making mine.
Yeah.
that's nice.
Tasty.
Go where you need to.
Those drums are moving.
I'll follow you like morning follows night.
I like that lyric a lot.
You can
That's a good one.
run your race through one thing I want.
Good. Oh my god.
I am.
That's really good.
Like, oh yeah, about that.
Right. You don't say.
Yeah.
That's a high A. Good for you, kid.
Trying to start all over again.
Oh, that was a nice.
Strings, yeah.
Disco strings.
Always disco
Always
strings.
disco strings.
Feeling like I could never make up for
But they really work nicely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's not a game you can play to get even. We all make mistakes, but we need to move on.
Harmonizing guitars. Mm-hmm.
Know that you hate when you stray. Forgiving yourself is the only way.
Yes.
Just look ahead. Yesterday is gone.
Jesus, kid. Look at all these high notes.
I refuse to risk another
to a different.
This drummer almost feels like he's at the wrong gig. Like,
Right?
Liverpool. All right.
That's true.
What?
Yeah.
You'll never walk.
You'll never walk alone is the Liverpool.
Oh,
slogan.
Madison Scouts? Yeah.
I forgot it's Madison Scouts too.
They don't. Ah. Nice. Oh my god. So that's Jeff. I thought Lamar was doing. Jesus, I thought Lamar was doing Sun's voice, but now I see. Jesus.
I could see where you might think that initially.
Yeah,
What did
initially,
you
and
say?
then the rap breakdown, I was like, oh, and then I
No,
realized.
because there's not. I don't think there's been a whole bunch of times where we've heard like Jeff in like the lower register. So at the beginning,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, so I was
he's
just like, oh, who's this Lamar guy singing?
yeah, so
And then I was like, oh.
Oh yeah, no, that was Jeff singing.
Good for him. Oh Lord, let's go run through the gambit of things we've already said. Jesus, Jeff. I swear to God. There was either it's either a high F or a high G, and they're both stupid. Normal men can't hit those notes. I will never hit those notes in my life in full. And I will study this. I will study singing till the day I die. I'm not going to hit those notes ever. Casey hit a high A.
again.
It was a chesty A though, and that was great. Oh my gosh, so that was wonderful. And again, I don't like rap breakdowns, but that was good. I really like that. That was clean. It was it hit home.
It was following the syncopation of what the drummer was doing.
Yeah.
That was pretty slick.
It wasn't cheesy. I usually find a lot of rap breakdowns to feel cheesy and like exhibit style too much. But it didn't feel like too much because this guy, he felt very like, cool behind the mic, but still like spitting
That hot fire.
super fast. So that was tasty.
I'm waiting for Stowing Dog. What the hell's wrong with Exhibit?
See, I didn't know if he meant exhibit or like, yo dog, I heard you like music. Like I didn't know which.
Right.
We put more music in your music.
Yeah, right.
Gonna pick up your vocals, dog.
Right.
I'm just waiting.
We
I
put
don't- I
vocal
don't know
cords
which-
on your vocal cords because we heard you like to sing with your vocal cords, so we gave you the word.
Well, I was processing did he say exhibit as an EX or like X to the Z? Like I couldn't.
X to
Oh
the
my
Z.
God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on.
Nah, the only other comment one of the other more notable things is that this song actually uses a lot of the same chords that Let's Just Live uses. Like, same sevenths, not fully the same structure, but a lot of similar chordal movement.
Okay.
But I'm not tired of it. And it sounds great.
And those disco strings.
And those disco strings! Oh!
Which you wouldn't think would be in a song like that. And all of a sudden you're just like, oh,
Now
yeah,
with
that's
a-
exactly what needs to be there.
Now
Again,
with, now with a running drum line like that,
Yeah.
again, like those really heavy drums.
No. You are allowed to put disco strings in
Anywhere.
anything and everything.
I mean, I said always disco strings
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah, no, it fits, but it's a lot going on. But again, it's another example of a lot going on, but it doesn't feel crowded. Like I can still, everything is like it's a nice big old sandwich.
Everybody has their own space.
Mhm.
Yeah, and no one's tripping or stepping on each other's toes. Those lyrics got to be more.
Mm-hmm.
Again, not a big lyrics person, never have been, but I liked. What? Do I say that every
That's
No.
funny.
No. The irony of being an opera major.
And not caring about the lyrics. Yeah.
Lyrics?
Hey man,
Who's Juliet? I don't give a
Right.
shit. Is that important to this show? I don't care.
What key is it in? That's all I care about. What key is it in?
No.
What's my high notes?
Are there
No,
sevenths?
yes,
That's
that's
my high notes. That's all I care about.
yes. I'm a tenor.
Do I have-
Who am I
That's
singing to? I don't know.
that's half of it.
Do I have to stab myself at the end?
Correct.
Is there a B flat or a C?
Yes.
B flat? Get the fuck out of here.
Exactly. Not today. Nah, half the people going to opera don't know what language it's sung in anyway.
I mean, you're not wrong.
The way that you say that, you're like, half the people don't even know. We don't have any tea at the table, but I'm sure there's some in the kitchen, right?
Just gonna go. I can just dump all the tea bags we have in front of Matthew. Just be like, here you go. Hope this is enough.
Yeah, right.
Jeez. No, jokes aside, just another great example of Jeff and Casey's voices weaving together well. And the closing point I was going to make about the chords is that, like, I've heard a lot of these before in the song I just heard, but it still sounds fresh. And I'm jack crap at composing, so I couldn't do that. And I tip my hat to Jeff for being able to, like, reuse and recycle, but without making it...
Well, yeah, because it's
motivic, and it's nice.
right. Well,
Kind of have that common between each track. And,
Yeah, but it's not
well,
overdone.
well, it's like a contrafact. I mean, the God, what's it? I'm probably misremembering the names, but like a contrafact is when you take the chord changes from one song, and then you use the exact same chord changes and structure for a new song, but it's just all a different melody. So an example would be, I think I'm remembering the names right, the Flintstones theme is a contrafact to a Gershwin tune. It's all the same chords, it's all the same structure, but it's obviously a different melody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the arrangement is a little different. So
Yeah, it's a little bit different, but
Yeah.
most of the chords are, like, in similar places.
well, yeah, but that's just it. Is like that's just. I mean, you know this as well as I do, but that's just how music is.
Yeah.
You can't copyright a chord change.
Correct.
You sure? The way we're
Right.
going.
But melody is a totally different issue.
Like whoever invented the fake book, the 251 book, is a fucking millionaire because no one else can use it.
Right.
Valid.
And if people don't know, yes, nothing is new anymore. If you think that you hear a song and you think that melody is original, every time someone will be able to tell you 3 other songs that sound very
We
similar.
have 12 notes. Like, there's
Right.
only so much we can do.
Yeah, but
Start bringing semitones in America, but
just the fact that you can
Well, some live singers bring
You can
semitones
do-
regardless.
chord changes that are almost identical from one thing to another,
Mhm.
and that's totally valid. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I would say probably 60% of what I play sitting in a big band. It's
Oh
like,
yeah.
why does this sound like? Oh, that's right. You
Yeah.
know, and it's not that it's bad. It's just like, why does it sound so familiar? And you can't put your finger on it.
And sometimes I do it on purpose. I'll take chord
so we
progressions.
were-
I'm like, I like this.
So we were taking the when I played the theme to Pokemon. In the middle of us rehearsing it, one of the guys just like stopped and goes, "Isn't this Gilligan's Island?" And we all kind of stopped and thought about it. And we're like, "Holy crap!" Like this whole center section is basically
Wait a
Gilligan's
minute,
Island.
right.
Okay, great.
But yeah, I like the lyrics specifically because Blake. And Blake's story is sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So the next one's Bad Luck Charm, which is going to have to do with Crow.
And this is playing in the background when he's fighting Tyrion. That whole fight with
Yeah.
Tyrion. This
Yeah,
was
yeah.
playing in the
Oh
background.
yeah. Well, yeah. Like
During
chunks
that fight.
chunks of this are
Yeah, or
like,
in the fight scene. Yeah.
in the fight scene and the score. And
Yeah,
stuff like
we've
that, so.
well, the song itself also happens along with just being in the score itself occasionally too.
Yeah. Well, he's the other. I cannot remember his name.
Alex Abraham, I think is his name. The score writer.
Yeah.
Alex Abraham.
that's something. Yeah.
Yeah, is from the score stuff that I listen to when I go through these too. Is he's really keen on adapting OST stuff and putting it inside of stuff.
So good.
But
That's an art.
yeah,
Yeah, but it's really good. Like you're just like, oh, I know that melody.
because it's real easy to it's real easy for it to become like this cheesy kind of idea, but he does it really well, and so it never comes off that way. It's just like, oh yeah, that's right.
Because
You know,
you'll do
it's
it
like
once in a scene, like with this nice section, you'll hear like a hint of a
Right.
theme when you see someone like at a specific time when someone's doing something. You're like, oh, that's
Oh, yeah.
Blake's theme, or that's
Mhm.
that's Blake's theme, but like nicely done in like an oboe solo for just like a split second, just to be
Right.
like, by the way.
Well,
Oh,
yeah. But then they'll take like one of the actual pop
Mhm.
esque type things.
There's
and
a
leave
there's
it
a
in there
fight
without
scene in
it.
Volume 6 that is.
No.
No, hey,
that's
no.
hard.
No, where he does
That's-
where he does that.
You're going to
He takes-
lead the witness.
No.
Because now he's going to like be like, remember that time?
No,
You mentioned
it's
the thing.
I will.
A few times where he takes almost an entire song and scores it. That's what I'm getting at. Because he doesn't do full songs sometimes. A lot.
Remember the time.
You can look at me all you want. That's all I'm saying.
You know what?
Ah. Is this the first time we're getting music for Crow?
Specific to him? I
Yeah.
think so.
Yes, I believe so.
Edgy.
Because edgelord need cellos.
Yes, that is very true. Also, bad luck needs cellos. Like anything bad has a good cello line. Welcome back to Assassin's Creed.
Right. Oh, this sounds like it could be opening to like a Halo like home
Exactly,
screen.
right, yeah. Whoa!
It's your reward for being near me. Won't be a friend when I'm around. Before the tragedies that follow, the situations that surround.
This is the first time I've actually looked at these lyrics too.
Yeah, right.
Ha! Just,
The high notes.
no, I'm just.
He's doing it again.
He's doing right. Who let him out of the sound booth? Ooh.
Yeah, that's a
Ooh.
nice.
Yeah, that's fun. Oh my. It's not fair. It's not fair, man.
What?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
It's just one of those moments that just hit me. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh. See, but now I just want to I want to duet with Jeff. I'd be the lower voice, duh. But
Yeah.
so nice. I haven't heard that in years. Or I just. I'm your bad chum. Mm-hmm. Also nice, Casey, that she's framing the chords. And yeah, what? What do you mean? I thought you. You sure? Oh yeah, there's no featuring. Okay, so.
Fooled again.
Gotcha.
Wait, what?
Jeff and your
Casey is not in this song.
Jeff and his high angry
Oh, yeah, no.
tenor madness.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, she's not.
Well, no,
the
he's
same.
also playing. He's also harmonizing down too.
Right.
So.
He was trying to drink and just couldn't.
Is that all?
Yep.
Is that all? Do you want more?
Do you?
Are you not
No.
entertained?
Are you not entertained?
It's ridiculous. I don't.
So yeah, the thing.
What were you laughing at?
So like this very first, like I won't, just so you guys can hear where I'm talking about. So the very first, when he says pain, that chord that happens on it,
Yeah.
that
Mm.
I couldn't get out of my head the first chord to Fame.
David Bowie just.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, why that's just like randomly just popped in my head. It's like, oh,
Bird. That's so silly.
So I appreciate, other than the guitar solo, that the guitar kind of took a back seat and the bass kind of carried the counter melody. So
Yeah.
appreciate that.
why is that?
Probably because he's focusing on singing all those high notes.
Yeah, so I mean,
No, I was talking about him being a bass player.
Oh,
Why
I
would
mean,
you
that's
care
fair.
about the guitar
Right.
going away?
Exactly, of course.
Guitar.
finally.
Yeah, you get one.
Every
Hey,
two albums.
you know what? Everybody gets one.
Yeah, well, compared to what,
Oh.
playing country 1-5-1 all day.
1-5, 1-5, 5-1.
Throw 4 in there. Ooh, we're getting fancy, but I appreciate it when
Maybe a 2. Maybe on like one song you'll get a 2. But then back immediately to 5-1.
Yeah, and it shows how much people pay attention because I'll throw that in there and people still don't notice. So
There's always a comment to make that gets made every time we do one of these that we get to make again, and that it is exciting that with every OST it gets just a little bit more complicated, a little bit more busy, a little bit more involved. And so we've done 3 songs so far.
Yeah.
All 3 songs are just ripe with seventh chord specifically. Like everything is there's an add note here, there's an added line here, and everything has like it moves from 2 to 3 moving parts to like at least 3 moving parts and then more. And so it's just once again cool to see the evolution of the music.
So, you saw it because you mentioned it to me, but Casey had put a post on Twitter at some point where, so there's it's now kind of a famous little viral thing of the girl who's drinking the kombucha soda.
Oh yeah, she's like,
It's like, is that no? Yeah, oh no. You know.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, she's talking about her dad with the
Like deciding to put more harmonies in.
Oh.
So I responded to what she had said, and I said, if he's not careful, he's going to end up with a Take 6 album or another Manhattan Transfer.
Yeah, I saw that response,
We're getting some,
and I was like, yes.
Because these chords are thick.
Yeah,
they're
there's
thick.
a lot of
like
layers.
2
down
C's.
there.
Yeah, and
But we're also going to start pushing capacity. Like what he's saying is, that if we do too much more, it's just going to get
Like Fire Marshal's going to show up. It's like, oh, you know.
right. Tone it down. Ease back about 20% over there.
It's too many people in the room.
Right.
But that being said, though, I'm curious as to, because he does so well with it now. I'm curious as to how much further he can go, and then just be uber successful with doing it and making
Yeah.
it work.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
I haven't been annoyed by it yet. All the way to 6.
right.
Like I'm up through volume 6, like constantly listening. I'm like, I haven't had a single song where I'm just like, you know what? That's too much harmonies.
Right.
Too many notes. Like
It's
that
hard.
literally hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
All right. Next song.
okay.
Please.
Please, sir, may I have some more?
So this one,
No.
Segue.
this one is literally like, I think I probably could go back and find at least 8 people specific. I'm sure there might be more between Twitter and YouTube and whatever, but this is the tune where a lot of people were like, I can't wait for this one on the OST when you guys do it, and I can't wait to hear what Matthew has to say about it. So just FYI, no pressure. Dance Monkey, perform.
Strap in.
Just clap.
So, but I will give you the heads up that
Well, it's 5 minutes.
well, this is the tune
Yeah.
that you only heard like 15 seconds of when Weiss is singing at the performance where her dad and brother were in the
Okay.
box,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
you know, he said, you know, you're going to sing for this thing, and
Yeah.
she's like,
No,
I'll
I
do it.
remember.
Okay, so this is the full tune, obviously,
Ooh.
but it was only like maybe 15 seconds that they pulled out of this.
A 5-minute song?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's a good song.
Oh,
So-
no, I believe it. Just that's a lot. All right. I'm ready.
there's several sections.
Yeah.
Put it
Of
that way.
course.
All right, cool. So.
Remember, opens with piano. Shit's gonna get real.
There's that chromatic movement again.
Can you hear me? Do
Wow.
I reach you? Are you even listening?
Is that French horn
Where?
in the background?
I thought it was an oboe.
Or whatever it
There's
was.
a part of me that's desperate for changes. Tired of being treated like a pawn. But there's a part of me that stares back from inside.
That's the oboe.
mirror. Part of me
Oh.
that's scared I might be wrong.
I hear it.
That I can't be strong.
Nice.
Okay. Big. Ah, okay. Ooh, yes, timpani. Okay.
Patience.
I know.
Never standing on my own. I let you be the keeper of my life. Believed you when you
Those lower strings.
Listen when I say, I swear it today. I will not surrender this life.
I'm getting goosebumps right now.
Very hunchback.
Yeah.
Amazing how you conquered me, chained me into rhythm,
Nice.
and made me say the world the way you told me to. But I was young and didn't have a way to know the truth. Born to live your legacy, existing just to fill your needs, a casualty of this so-called family that you have turned into a travesty. But I don't intend to
Nice.
suffer any longer. Here's where your dominion falls apart. I'm shattering the mirror that kept me split in pieces, that stood between my mind and my heart. This is where
Nice.
I'll start.
Yes, I like that a lot.
Another thing you own. I was never guilty of your crimes. Your riches and your influence can't hold me anymore. I won't be possessed, burdened by your test. I will not surrender this life.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is that just a line full of triplets?
There he goes through like,
Yeah. Throw it on that back pickup. Woo!
It took so long to rescue me from the guilt you used to tie me to your family tree. I guess your training failed, you're not in charge, I'm free. Your patriarchal prison won't hold me. Now this conversation's finally over. Mirror, mirror,
Yes.
we're done.
Yes.
Pull myself together now. My mind and heart are one.
there it is.
I like that stuff a lot. Rhythmic lyricism. I melted a little bit. That was good. Yo, I want to. Oh, that's tasty.
So I like how in the whole beginning section of it, it's all on 3, which is a very
Yeah.
very formal, very waltz-like kind of
Yeah.
thing. Considering,
The royalty, yeah.
well, yeah,
And the
well,
historical implications.
well, but also she's asked to sing this formal event,
yes.
so it's kind of like, okay, 3 is kind of a standard and whatever, but and then even into the first part of like when it gets a little heavier, it's still there because you got the bass drums on 1, and then you have like the crash on
2.
on it's I think it's on 1, 2, and 3, but
Yeah.
the bass drum is really marking where it's supposed to be.
Mhm.
But then when it goes into the obvious, like, okay, this is like more of a dirty rock,
Mm-hmm.
then it's a 4 on the floor. Yeah, because there's a shift in it
Just a little bit, but
where your attention goes, and the fact that it's an immediate shift, and it's not like any kind of like, let's just let's wait this out and ramp up to something or whatever. It's just an immediate like, yep, 4 on the floor kind of thing. So
It emotionally fits with the piece too, because it sounds like someone who's trying to get across what they're trying to say, and it's just like there's a fed up point,
Yep.
and it shows in the
oh
music,
no, that's true too,
Yeah,
because
which is nice. That's great.
the 3/4 section, she's very polite about everything, and then it's very
But she
extra.
she wraps herself up getting angry and angry.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, that extra insistence and a little bit more of the angsty teen, like,
Yeah.
listen.
Dad.
I mean,
but it's true.
It's warranted.
And her dad's a
And
piece of shit, so
Oh,
it's
that's like a standard trope, but it's
well
an
done.
accurate one.
Yeah.
It's a well done one.
Right.
You know,
it is well
to-
done in this show, yes.
to put it through here too. Like that's good musical delivery of that, as opposed to just like, oh, yeah, the show has all these tropes and these standard things. It's like, but they're communicated well here to like back that up,
Which is really important,
Yeah.
for us at least, or to us.
So
There are 2 things about this song that very much jump out at me. One, Casey has to go through the entire vocal gambit in this song, because there's mixed singing at the beginning. There's head voice when she's doing her little acapella
The melisma thing.
Well, it's a
Descant,
descant line, where she's just singing on a vowel, and she's just singing over the strings. And as it gets dirtier and dirtier, she switches into chest voice and keeps the range. So, and by the end, it's her. It's not scream singing, that's too dramatic, but it's shouty singing, and it's wonderfully on key. Like it's pointed.
She's
and
being
it's-
an angry mezzo.
and it's angry, right? I don't know what her voice part is, because I definitely started saying mezzo, and she probably still is a mezzo, but her upper extension's getting really good.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't care if it was in multiple takes. Like, it doesn't... If it was all in one take, that's insane. I'll say that. But even if it was in multiple takes, to put out about 4 to 5 different kinds of vocal expression is really good. I don't know how old she was or is when she made this. Probably late teens.
I mean, yeah, considered
That's pretty...
So what, 16-ish?
17,
16,
That's really...
17-esque.
That is really good for a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
And so my hat off to Casey, because technically speaking, she's doing so well.
Well, because the funny thing is, in the studio, I was talking about, like, even it's like layered from different recordings,
Yeah.
where there's stuff like that. But to sit there in the studio and be like, okay,
To pop it.
do this, record, go. All right, switch to color number 2, go. All right, now do the 3rd version, go.
Go.
Yeah.
Like, that's still, like,
The
pretty
versatility
taxing.
is...
Mhm.
I mean, that's taxing on instrumentalists, too. Much
Right.
less vocalists, you know.
Right?
Yeah. And the other thing was, it's what Jeff is doing in his verse. It's in the 3/4 part. It's in every part of the song. Whenever a verse comes back up, or like a pre-chorus. No, it's not pre-chorus. It's a verse specifically. He has this weird as shit chord change. The whole line makes no sense to me, and I love it. And it's C sharp minor, B flat minor, E minor, which is a tritone jump,
Mm-hmm.
and then like either D minor, like it either goes down to D minor, down to C sharp minor, or up to F sharp minor or major as a prep, and just going from C sharp, B flat, E, and down is just really, I love it, and it's very non-functional movement. And it's great, but it was grabbing me the whole time because I'm just like, this is so weird. It's so weird. And and on top of that, Casey has melodic lines over that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So as a singer, you fall back on what you hear to make sure your notes locked into the
the predictability.
Nothing. There's no. If you don't have that music and you're sight singing that, that's crap. That's hard to do. And so the fact that Casey's vocal line over that, which is also not super linear and obvious either, because you can only do so much to have it fit in those 4 chords. It's very Tim Burton-esque in the way, to me, that is very weird and very beautiful at the same time. And so I find, there's like little, Burton's a good example because sometimes I feel a little bit of.
Well, Danny Elfman, I think, is the composer for a lot of the.
Sorry, Elfman is the better reference for like Nightmare Before Christmas. Like it is.
Boingo Boingo.
Right.
Oingo Boingo. You should go listen to Oingo Boingo and you'd be like, oh, I hear everything now.
Right.
It all makes sense.
Even to someone who doesn't like study theory, all of those movements are weird. And from the get-go of that song, she's uncomfortable. She's talking about how she feels like trapped and boxed up.
And owned. She feels like an actual possession, like an inanimate object.
Very unnatural. And so, again, a beautiful example of how the musical line is putting the emotion into the song before anything is said and any lyrics are said. And it's not to put focus on one or the other. It's just another really good marrying of concepts. So, that line is weird. It makes the whole tone of that verse uncomfortable. And it took me a second to find it, because the first thing I felt was just like, that's not how that's supposed to work. That's not how any of those chords are supposed to sound. But he put them all next to each other, and it works. So, great song. And just, again, you start with something weird, and then it gets more linear when the bridge happens, when the chorus happens. I don't know. It's a lot of different things coming together, like a lot of his songs. But this one particularly, it's just I think that's a very odd, like I would have never thought of that, even if I was trying to go compose, to put something that weird and then turn it into something that's pretty familiar, pretty harmonious. So that was cool. That was really cool.
Well, everyone wanted to know what Matt thought, so there we go.
There you go, guys.
No, keep going, because this next tune is going to like hit me hard, so just keep talking. Try to prolong.
Are you already crying?
I'm already crying.
You're literally already crying.
Just
Really?
thinking about it.
This song. Oh, I get it now. Okay, I see.
It's like I have some repressed memory.
I just saw what the song was, and you're justified now.
Yeah,
Okay,
see?
fair.
We're about to listen to the song Home
Yeah.
now.
He
We'll see
literally
it,
has
right?
tears in his
Yeah,
eyes.
I mean, zoom in. I can't fake this.
He actually has tears coming out
I
of his
can't
eyes.
reach the camera from here.
Crocodile
Well,
tears.
it's
not
2019.
necessarily.
Like you can.
A nice low res zoom in.
Oh, I would say they're tears, but it's pixelated as hell now.
Right.
I
Yeah.
can't see anything.
So far in these OSTs, cold is the only thing I love. And yes, everyone caught it. And I wasn't trying to hide it or anything, but in the last review, cold got straight to my heart.
Got real.
It got me, and it took me to
Just grabbed it.
it grabbed a lot of my memories and pulled them right to the front.
Oh,
It was
good.
very good.
This one might do the same thing.
So now that one hurt. So like I'm excited to see more emotional stuff.
He was ready to crucify the guy in the middle. It's like
The dude in the middle. I love that.
Yeah.
So this is the tune that was playing when Ruby's writing a letter.
Oh,
At the end,
perfect.
Yeah.
I need more mellow yellow.
I know where
More
that
mellow
is.
yellow. We need to cut out and go get some more mellow yellow.
Yeah, put that in quotes. Yeah, there you go. Mellow yellow.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I'm going to think about Nora the whole time. For sure.
This is also where I edited in that.
Oh, the Pyrrha line.
Yeah.
That was cruel and so good.
Yeah, Bruce sent me like a day before. He's just like, "Look what I did." I was like, "Oh, they're gonna hate you." It's like,
You're a motherfucker for that.
Yeah.
And then
yeah, look at the image they put.
Oh, that's
There you go.
sweet.
Your crime.
Good job. See, even her lower extension is really strong. This is part of the reason why I think Casey's a mezzo. Because that's depth.
Let's just dream quietly of what might be.
Good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Cello.
Of course.
Oh, that's so nice, though.
Calm your fear. I'll be near to you. I'll cling. Rest, my friend. Time can mend many things.
Low, then resolve up instead of.
Oh, yeah, no, not step down.
Yeah,
That's also hard to do.
but that was even lower than before.
I know, that's why I'm just like,
But I can make this promise. You won't be alone. I don't know where we should go. Just feeling farther from our goal.
I'm gonna learn how to sing this, because it's in my range.
What path we will be shown, but I know that when I'm with you, I'm at home.
I thought it goes to 4 right there for that end.
Oh, yeah.
When I'm with you, I'm at home.
It's a really
The
pretty
rest of the
piano
song's
part.
in 3, and then it goes into 4. I'm like, so good.
You could sneak this into a recital and no one would know.
No one,
Right?
exactly.
It sounds like an American art song.
Yeah.
Like it could easily fit like a Stephen Foster-esque recital.
Yeah.
Very easily.
Ah, this cello,
Dum-dum-dum. It has that.
this cello melody is absolutely to die for.
You get
It's
Michael
so-
Roberts to play it.
Yeah, it's so pretty. And this piano is so simple but so touching. Ooh.
There's a quiet place in my embrace, a haven of safety.
I'm holding it together. I don't know what your problem is.
Any Haven joke is just now easy to make.
You alright, buddy?
In my care. But even when we stumble, and someday when we fall, what I will remember that I had you through it all. I don't know where we should go, just feeling farther from our goal.
Oh, I got chills.
Mm-hmm.
What path we will be shown, but I know that when I'm with you, I'm at home. Yes, I know
Ooh.
that when I'm with
That bass just down
Yeah.
there. Oh.
Some of that nice rumbly.
Yes, I know that when I'm with you, I'm at home.
Yeah.
Mm.
Simple is good.
It's just
Well-
pretty.
It's just pretty, and it's just enough.
Well, and that's one of the things what I typed over real quick to like remember for at the end. The this would so it's a slow, ballad type, simple, almost Americana-ish,
Mm-hmm.
kind of tune. It'd be very, very easy for this to get, regardless of lyrics. Like, let's say
Mhm.
the lyrics weren't something that was connected to a show or something, but it was just, a standalone thing. It'd be really easy for this to be slow and uninteresting because when it comes to a lot of songs like that, your verse 1 is a particular melody, and then verse 2 is the same thing just again,
Mhm.
and then it doesn't change up a whole
Mhm.
lot, but everything, as you go through the different verses and stuff like that, it's not just a copy paste.
It's slightly
No, it's
different
not,
each
no.
time.
Yeah, it's which is part of the reason why I like sometimes. I say sometimes, meaning for me, like 99% nine of the time, blah blah blah. That hymnals, like, okay,
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
just copy paste, copy paste, copy
Yeah.
paste.
Yeah.
And that's very Americana kind of thing too, obviously. But since everything's changing, or there's something that's constantly moving, but it's not just the same thing as it was before, that it keeps it moving and it keeps you interested longer, as opposed to it being the other way.
Yeah.
What key is that in? A?
Well, no, it's in 2 keys. There's a key switch halfway through that I didn't even realize until after it happened, which is really darn smooth. It's
I
in.
was waiting for you to use your favorite word, subversive.
I do like that word.
You do use it a lot.
I love it. It's
But it fits so many
But
things.
It does. It's in E major, and then it switches to A major.
Okay.
When they share a lot of same notes.
So she goes down to a low E?
No, she goes down to a low D sharp. one half step lower. Which, all I have to say about that is 1 half step can make or break
Anybody.
many
Oh,
different
yeah.
things.
Yep.
And that is all I will say on that. But because I've seen too many horror stories
Yeah.
of 1 half step absolutely
No, and that's
ruining.
That's
Oh,
literally
yeah.
with any vocal or wind
Oh, yeah.
person,
Oh.
it's like changing the key even by 1
Because-
full step or half step could literally become like a
dumpster fire.
this tune rocks. All right, well, let's do it in D instead of C. Oh God, no, please. It's like,
or like it's in B flat. Let's go down to A, and all of a soon, and the cello just like, can we not?
yeah,
That'd
Can't
be
do it.
great, because I have to rewrite parts. The only thing I have to say about that song is Nationwide is on your side.
Why did you have to say that?
I don't mean any disrespect. That's literally just now listening to it. All I can think about at the end was Nationwide is on
We
your
heard you the first time.
No,
Just because you say it twice doesn't make it any better.
Somebody got you to take your glasses off.
God,
Both of you.
just-
it switches from E to A, and I was so because when you watch it back, there are just times where I just close my eyes because
Mhm.
it's so rich. The cello leading with the violin sprinkling in something there, and the piano giving it comfort of chord,
Mhm.
and it's like hot chocolate on a rainy day. Like it's so nice, and I didn't even notice many things. Like I didn't notice the key change until partway into it because I was just like enveloped by the music because it's just so nice. It's really sweet. Yeah, I can see why tears would come because it's very genuine.
It feels. I mean, I don't think that's the intent, but it feels like a mother singing to a child.
yeah.
And that's why, especially with Casey singing it, it feels like
It's a family.
Yeah.
It's
it's a parent singing to a child in a way.
it's
That's why I binge listened to it to prepare myself for this.
Oh yeah. That way you weren't just like. Yeah.
Oh my god.
He cried on the way here. That way he didn't cry now. You got that first cry nut out of the way. That way he was good for this time.
Just sit there just weeping at my desk.
now I can't get Friday out of my head. You're gonna cry in the car.
Yeah.
My grandma gave me that shit.
Now I'm crying from laughter.
I do want to give a solid congratulations to Gustav for being the person to single-handedly ruin this tune for probably how many people with the nationwide thing.
I'm gonna go back on my own time and hear it, or it's gonna come back in the show. So, like, I guarantee the second I hear this, well, I'm not
I'm
gonna
not
hold
trying to
myself
ruin
to
it. My brain was just like, hey,
If I
it's on your side. It's like, shit, why?
if I hear it and I notice it when we're doing season watch throughs, you're just gonna see me like perk up with a smile and just slow turn.
Hey, it's on your side,
And
man.
just be like, nationwide. That's so good.
I'm gonna be the first person to comment on the video and just be ... is on your side ...
I will be the one to delete that.
I'm just gonna keep writing it. I'm gonna do like 8 times, so
Don't get yourself perma banned yet, sir. We're not at 7.
yeah.
It's like, technically, we can ban you from the channel for commenting on your own.
I mean, that's true. I don't know the login for our actual channel. It's probably a good thing that I don't know.
You had time.
if I were to, never mind.
So so as a preface for this one, so this is going to be armed and ready, but we're going to use not one of Flint's, because I completely and by accident ran across this as one of the videos before. So it's like a really high quality, not that his stuff isn't high quality, but
Yeah.
someone put, I think, a little bit of extra time into adjusting the audio.
Oh, okay.
Or either that or keeping it at a really high bit rate for, high definition to go with the video and stuff like
Okay.
that. So I figured we just use this one. I think the lyrics are correct. I mean,
The comments will tell
I
us.
listen to this song a lot, so I'll let you know if they're not.
but the other thing about it too is, like, since we're not really focused on the lyric stuff and we're kind of listening to the music side.
Yeah, ours isn't necessarily lyric breakdown.
Yeah, it's good to follow along, but we're listening for other things.
Yes.
Most of the
Yeah,
time.
there's
too,
only a few
so.
songs where the lyrics are wordplay stuff. That
Yes.
But this, I mean,
like
but I
few
really
lights
dig
evenings.
this. Like, this song, I really dig because, like,
yeah,
it's I don't want to say it's anthemy, but it's got that.
yeah, it's sort of slightly anthemic. Yeah,
Yeah. So, anyway,
Okay.
okay, there we go. I mean, just the fact too that regarding the character and the title is a pun
yeah.
because she likes puns.
I didn't notice that until you said that. What does this remind me of? Nice.
Yeah,
I like that a lot. That's nice.
Disco strings.
Right. Now they're anime strings.
Yeah, yeah. There's 2 genres.
Ooh!
Yeah,
That vote?
yeah.
Yeah.
Matthew.
There we go. Like you said, you always gotta have one. I was waiting for a good half tempo. This. Nice! Nice!
Mid-syllable, you just stopped and...
There's that meme again while drinking the kombucha. Just.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice. I'm done ready. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I can see myself singing this in the car.
I do all the time.
Right. Just yelling out that high F. More chromaticism.
Yep.
Oh. Tastiness. I like this. That's
Yes.
nice. That's nice.
I love this song. Exactly.
Gotta get that stank face.
Yep.
Also with a string lead into the chorus is really nice.
You got the run up?
Yeah, because it starts while they're singing, all the way to. Yeah, that is a hook, if ever I heard one. That'll
Right?
stick in your head forever. I'm damn ready.
The throwback to the early,
Yep.
the trailer.
Meet my new fist.
New fist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Haha. Ha. With a guitar solo?
Yes.
Hell yeah. That's nice. Five, four, three, two.
Yep. I'm ready.
She is really putting that chutzpah into Ready.
A little bit of fry.
Yep.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, the second time around, I don't know if it happened the first time around, but the string lead in the second time around, there was also
No, it didn't happen the first time. Not the same way.
well, there was the second time around. There was a harp from bottom to top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On that chord that led in.
All I was going to say is that the nice
Fuck.
guitar licks in this song are really clean, and they don't happen often. And they just
Unlike us at this point.
right. No, but the Jesus, god damn it.
We're past like the 5-minute mark or whatever. It's okay now.
The 1 minute mark.
or whatever it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, we're fine.
The guitar licks that happen at it's either at the ends of verses or right before the chorus somewhere. You and I, we reacted at the same time when we heard them because they're so fucking tasty.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and they're really technical too. Like there are scale lines or arpeggiation lines that they just roll up and down. That's hard to do. So
I'm gonna go ahead and say there's an acoustic version of this on Volume 6 that I'm excited for you to see now because it is one of my favorite tracks in the entirety of these 6-volume soundtracks.
I don't know how I'd feel
Breathe.
Sorry, I listen to it all the time. I love it so much.
about I didn't expect an acoustic version of this.
It's fine. He has no taste, so.
Wow.
I'm just
Throwing shade.
No, I'm literally trying to like
Divert.
divert the leading the witness.
You're good. I'm not going to.
You're good though.
It is
It's
so great.
It's the best.
It's just a cover, but it's really good.
No,
You know, it's like
It's
just-
really good.
I'm fine.
You'll
I'm
hear it
fine.
eventually. And just
I
take it
will.
for what it is, like
I know.
everything else.
Anywho,
But he really has no taste. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I do want to go
back on.
I do want to go back and listen to it because I know the bass was doing a lot of stuff.
that
too.
bass was moving.
Yes.
Simple song, really good hook. That was fun.
But it was with the kick drums.
Yeah.
The bass is moving all over the place with the kick drum, which is cool.
I know what I wanted to say. Sneaky Jeff has another thing that he likes to. Well, Sneaky Jeff, right?
Snarf, snarf.
It's not something he does actively. It's not something he does on purpose. It's just the way his voice sounds. I have to really listen half the time if harmonic lines are being done by Jeff or they're a guitar line.
Okay.
Because in a lot of things
see
that
that.
take his middle to upper range,
Mm.
his timbre and a guitar line sound real damn close to each other. So in that song specifically, in the bridge, where the whole melodic line is being framed by Jeff's voice, half the time I'm just like, wait, is that the guitar or is that Jeff?
Okay. Is that a harmony part?
That
on
happens
the instrument
all the
or-
time. Exactly. All of the time. And that song brought it out. That made me think of it. Yeah, his voice, when he's singing harmonically and he's trying to blend in, his voice sounds very similar to a guitar's. So I have trouble a lot of the times finding out whether or not it's actually
Morse
him or
code
not.
for no reason.
I mean, just, sometimes
And
dad's
that's all
got
I
to go to
have
work.
say, yeah.
It's a spaceship calling him home.
Oh.
Sorry.
Tell Elvis we miss him.
Tupac, son. You know what I mean?
So speaking of
Which
what you
one's
just
dead?
said, this is a good segue. This is only Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, thank you for telling me before I
Well-
make the mistake and put it.
Yeah,
But
when you start to listen to it, I'm sure everyone watching is already going to predict some of the things you're going to say,
oh, okay.
the faces you're about to make, and the WTF moments you might have.
Okay,
I know,
so he
I'm
sings.
excited for it.
so
I'm just
just-
going to watch you the whole time.
He sings above an F. That's what I'm hearing.
So like, but yeah, this is.
Sure.
I know myself as much as I know.
But talking about like blending with like the guitar and,
Okay.
and all those kinds of things, it's like it's thick harmonies. It's going to be the stuff you just talked about, a little bit of that
Fun.
in there. So anyway.
Interesting. How do we say this? I'm going Lusus Naturae.
Yeah. I think he says Lusus.
Lusus
Or Lusus?
Naturae. I don't know. I don't know my Latin.
So I'm just going to tell you that after listening to it, it did kind of bug me because after 2.5 years of Latin, I know that he's saying it slightly wrong,
Oh,
but I
and
don't let it bother me.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those things where it's like, yeah,
this
Yeah.
is not the hill to die on.
yeah. It's like that aside, pronunciations and things like that. Some of the stuff you were just mentioning, you're going to
It will come
just see
back,
more
right?
of that. Yeah, right.
Okay.
So come back around. So. And I think this is one of those underrated tunes on this OST too.
So I know Jeff said he does almost everything aside from KC, but I wonder if he writes all the piano lines and the cello lines too.
Oh yeah.
Because if he does, these are really good piano lines. Those are weird effects.
Ooh, like I really like the chorus in this thing later.
Yeah. It's unsettling.
There, he got a tongue out on that one.
Who is he wrote? What does this remind me of? I like that. That bass line. It's that grimy bass.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I would hear this in prog metal more than anything else.
Is that what you're looking for?
That is very proggy.
This part of the chorus right here.
Nice. Oh, the
Mm-hmm.
nice.
It's like if the band Asia decided to do metal.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh,
It's
Is it wrong to hear a bit of Megadeth in this?
No, this is, I mean,
There's pieces of it.
drum-wise and bass-wise, this is like right up Megadeth alley.
oh yeah.
But see, from the vocal line, it's like Haken,
Yeah.
kind of.
But the Megadeth reference, though, very specifically like Rust in Peace,
Yes.
album-wise.
That's a weird-ass line.
Yeah.
Very weird. Also, the timing for this, like, there was a weird syncopated timing back in the beginning. Yeah. But that is so power metal.
Yeah.
That is so power metal, it hurts. Good. Oh, okay. I want to know what this guy's speaking voice is. Oh,
Awaken my brood. Today you will rise.
I know what this reminds me of. It's very Dragon Force.
I can see
It's
that.
very Dragon
Oh, yeah.
Force chords. At least the chorus.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I actually love Dragon Force. Nice. Nice. That's really good. Ooh. Huh. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. He's got a great voice.
Sign up at the beginning. You were just like
Are great.
full on, just like your tongue was sticking out. You're like,
It's silliness. Yeah, I want to know what this guy speaks like, because, like, I speak up here. Like, my voice is this high, typically, and I can't hit any of those notes. And some people have low as crap voices, can hit higher notes than I can. So,
Or like Billy from Smashing Pumpkins.
yes,
Mhm.
So like that.
specifically. Yeah.
Like his speaking voice is like basso profundo-esque, kind of like
yeah.
yeah, and then like everything he sings is like through the roof, you know.
There's... Yeah, we just started listing off rock and metal bands that it reminded us of, because there's so many different ones.
I didn't think about the Megadeth thing until Bruce mentioned it.
Yeah, that's
Because I thought Megadeth for the verse and Dragon Force power metal for the chorus. Just fun.
Right after you mentioned like prog something, it goes to like
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, you should have waited 3 seconds.
It's so prog. There was a point there was super proggy, and there was a really weird line. I can't remember specifically what it was. I pointed at the camera and said it was weird because
Boopy, booping, boom, 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 boom.
no, it wasn't that. Gosh, what was it? You might actually have to like play that song again. No, but it was something musical where, and it wasn't just a chromatic line. It was towards the beginning, towards the early middle of the song, I thought. Yes. Okay, you're actually right. Good for you.
I was looking for the Redeem lyric to back up from.
It's the harmonies he's using right at the part. The fools they placed in power try to halt my dreams. It's because he's using Picardy thirds. It's because he's ending all of his verses on a major chord, where normally like this whole song's in a minor key or mostly in minor keys, and so it's filled with like sad and angry chords. But almost all of this is all in like the major versions of those chords. So there's raised thirds all over the place. And it jumped out to me because I was just like, that's weird. That's really weird. and there's no other part of the song where it sounds like that. So I'm curious in my own time to go back to it and see how that text stands out from the rest of the song. But yeah, just weird music writing. I like it.
Well, it's what like. No one ever talks about this tune, or very very
How is this
rarely.
underrated? This is really I was gonna
And
say.
it's just one of those things where it's like, this is a totally underrated tune. Like, I think it just kind of slipped under the radar for a lot of people, and they might listen to it and be like, okay, that's really cool, but it doesn't. But it's not tying to like a specific character that people are really diehard for or anything.
Story wise, it doesn't have the strongest.
So you know, oh, my favorite character is XYZ. I'm going to gravitate towards the characters that have to do with that scenario or with whatever. And this doesn't like latch on to any of those. So I think people hear it and they like it, and they just kind of don't go back and like really zone in on it as much.
Cool. Next.
Meanwhile, like I listened to it and I'm like, first time I'm like, repeat. Repeat. Okay, I gotta listen to this like 4, 5, 6 times.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this song when I was listening through.
Yeah. So
there was another part I was talking about, and I think it's the first bridge, or it's the first part after the first verse. All of the lyrics he sings are off the beat, or they're like super syncopated.
He does it a lot in a lot of the songs where he has like super extended syncopated melodic lines, like vocally.
Yes, but I haven't heard an example as strong as this one until now. So maybe either I missed it in previous ones, or there's stronger ones and things to come. But specifically in this one, I just heard a long line of tripleted or syncopated beats that just seem to be off the measure all the time.
Yep, the drums is doing that a lot with a lot of the feels.
Yeah.
You're kind of like rushing it, but it's still comes back around.
One of the two is constant, the other one's just going wild.
Right.
So, interesting that this is an underrated song, but I can see why.
moving on, jackass.
You're a part of this too.
I know.
And speaking of being a part of this damn song,
So
What does the title of the song mean?
Bumblebee.
Oh.
So all the, I forget, was it Volume 2? They fought the mech at one point, right?
I think that was Volume 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So they fought the mech, and then they kept calling out Team Attack names.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
So-
combo names.
Yeah.
Why don't
So
we get more
Bumblebee
of
was
that?
the combo name for
Blake and Yang.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's just that word with all the vowels removed.
Yeah, I see what they did.
Yeah.
Probably for copyright reasons.
No. I
Okay.
mean, what
A
do you
lot
think?
of people do that as All right, sorry.
I mean,
who has a copyright on Bumblebee?
I don't know.
Transformers didn't own it.
Right.
I mean, if any, yeah.
Thank You Scientists
I-
did it for the song Fox Mulder, and then they just decided to...
Oh, well, that might be because that's a copyrighted character in and of itself.
Ah, okay. That's fair. Anywho.
So yeah, so the name is, and you can address the rest as you will, because there's a lot of people that will argue whether this is canon, fan service, or just because we needed filler for something. And I'm sure all three of those groups of people will,
Die on those hills.
yeah,
Yep.
that's fine. It's, you
Don't
know,
expect us to specifically
Yeah.
take sides
Yeah.
in this
The-
war that we are not a part of.
yeah, I mean, everyone has, like, the things that they like and dislike in the show, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah, good to know.
Leave it at that.
So, I mean, I don't mean to be like ultra vague about it or anything, but it's just like
It speaks for itself.
that's just what it is. And
Yep.
It's the nature of things.
Yeah.
People take sides. Bumblebee.
so the funny thing I was going to say
Ah.
about Sterling
Hmm.
was that when this tune came up, he goes, "God, this damn tune," and I was like, "Well, you like hate it that much?" Because it does have like this bubblegummy kind of feel, right? And he goes, "No, I can't get out of my head, and I like it." So it's just like,
I mean, okay, to be fair, it is super catchy.
no, I mean, yeah, I mean,
No, besides that, it's like I genuinely love the tune, but it's
You hate that you like it?
Why?
you'll find out.
You'll
'cause
see why.
he needs some metal. I
Oh,
don't
because he doesn't. Okay.
This is a genre departure from just about everything else that's happened on this album.
Yep.
Just-
Really?
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Hit play.
There's a garden where
Well, it reminds me of Boop.
but not on this album.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. But that bass line is fun.
Yeah.
That is an adorable fan art. Aww. She's wearing earmuffs. Sorry. My brain stopped at a certain point in that sentence.
And they kind of both are, but for different reasons.
Right. Do you think those are cut out holes in Blake's hat, or are those extensions in the hat? I hear that synth. Yeah. Bun, bun, bun. Right. Well, if this ship wasn't cemented in stone, it is now. Now an entire ship has a song towards it.
Did it now.
Right.
There goes the comment section.
Yeah. So if you notice, it was yellow before on the text, and now it's like a purplish. So it's supposed to be like the yellow would be
Yang.
and the
Purple's Darth Vader.
yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Bruce. I was wondering. See, Matthew didn't get it, so thank you.
I did. No, I didn't. Don't you dare. Not that colorblind.
I forgot about that.
Wait, what?
Matthew is colorblind. So
Oh yeah. Sorry, that's
I
why
can
that's-
see the
that's-
color difference. Shut up.
Just looking out for you, man.
You're not.
No, you're right.
Every word you say has me falling.
Like, I want to rewrite this.
okay,
See?
that's the lyric that was funny to me.
Like a purdy beat.
It's purdy.
Well,
Purr like a cat.
Oh. All right. I don't pay attention to puns. I don't like puns. But I see it now. Thank you.
show is full of them.
Yes, correct.
If you were to cut out all the puns from this show, how much, much of the show would be missing from Matt?
Ruby would cease to exist.
Mm-hmm.
Not the show, the character. Ruby Rose would cease to exist.
Well, Yang would.
That's fair. Ooh. Is that a guitar line I heard on Dell? That was tasty. I just want to see like 3 Jeff Williams in a backup line.
Just like
Right.
You right over there, Sterling.
It's just,
It's
Is it
cute.
what?
it's like my soul just hurts, but I'm glad it does. Just
Real internal strife you got going there.
well, it's like when you drink that, old Mama Kool-Aid, where it's like, oh, there's like 3 like cups of sugar, but it's just,
You don't care.
I don't care. Just
You seem to.
Dude, that is how much sugar you always put in that.
There it is.
hey, I've gotten better about it.
2.5 cups. It's cute.
Backstory, we used to be roommates at one point. That's where that story comes from.
Oh yeah, the two of them. Yeah.
It's like,
Before the comments go stupid.
Yeah. So, and then plus, I mean, the bass was still
It was
there.
tasty.
There was a lot of
It was
like half
moving.
step kind of going up the neck. So, like, I almost want to like ask Jeff to send us like the wave without the bass, so I can kind of do a
Cover.
something.
Yeah. So what's going to happen is all of us are eventually going to do covers of specific songs. Somehow.
It's not even. It's my favorite song. I just like hear stuff that could be added to it. Like, just
The fingers are moving,
just
right?
to be
Yeah.
fun. Just
I want to be a
phrasing.
not just
Apparently
the
we're not doing phrasing anymore.
like just there seems to be this thing with a lot of bass players of like we could do more with
I want to
this.
do something right. Yeah.
It's like you could be listening to Mary Had a Little Lamb, very easily, you know. Then in the background, like.
Not everything has to be a Victor Wooten.
Yes, it does.
I
He's
didn't learn this.
phenomenal, and I love him. But not everything has to be a Victor Wooten bass line.
I didn't learn this instrument just to play ones, fours, and fives. Goddamn it!
Yeah, you did. Don't lie.
Right.
Hey,
You knew what this was when you signed up.
145 pays the bills, and
I was
I'm
about to
completely okay with that.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Because if you can do 1, 4, or 5, you already got a gig.
Right.
I mean,
As long as you can do it in G, E, and what's that?
D.
occasionally D.
Hey.
D.
A and D. Yeah.
Then you're
those,
good.
Those,
Basically, the open string chords or keys, and you're good to go.
I want to be a fly on the wall when like these recording sessions happen for like the genre departure. I just want to see if like the energy in the room goes from like changes at all, because the music is so different.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to see if that like had an effect on the process, and see, you know, how just if anything's different, because the song itself it's more disco-y, it's more synth pop-y. I couldn't quite place my finger on what artists it was reminding me of, because there's like a little bit of Earth, Wind and Fire in it, and there's a little bit of Bee Gees in it, and there was a little bit of something that I'm losing, but it was in the 90s. So like there's little pieces of a lot of different things.
Because when you mentioned, well, who said the trio of Jeffs in the bottom? Okay,
Me.
so yeah, because
That would be so funny. Just
like the background harmonies and stuff that's going on with the synth, but specifically the background harmonies that are going on, and that kind of being that little trio. I'm like, there's like a little Commodores section going on.
yeah,
Yeah,
right, exactly.
exactly.
It's not funk, but it takes a piece of it and puts it into this.
Sort of, yeah.
Or Outcast, hey ya,
Motown-ish,
like
yeah.
just sitting.
That's exactly.
Yes, there it is.
There it is. Yeah, no, I want 3 differently like choreographed Jeff Williams on a podium stage with 3 mics. That's what I want.
Just doing their thing.
Right, exactly. Just being funny.
All right, so next one's going to be Boop with the acoustic that was done with the Videri String Quartet and Casey Lee Williams. So, but there's no video for this one, so I'll probably just put an image down there for you guys to just have something randomly to stare at.
Cats.
Yeah, just like
The new Cats trailer, but with
yeah,
Oh my god.
with this instead.
yeah, that's horrifying.
That's,
Horrifying.
Is there a
That is
gif?
literal nightmare fuel.
Is there a gif of just Blake playing with a ball of yarn or something?
oh,
Like I know they did the laser pointer.
you
bit,
just do the
but-
Ruby Chibis down below.
We'll figure something out.
No.
It's all up to you. He edits.
I'll probably I'll put a picture of Matthew down there. I don't know. Just kidding.
Or just have 3 Jeffs just
I don't
dancing
think
across
you.
the bottom of the screen.
I don't believe you for a damn second.
All right, you ready for this one?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Ever knew a time when you weren't by my side?
This is one of my favorite examples of Casey's voice. I really like her voice in this song. Because she does different things in this song, and I really like them. Barbershop Quartet in the back.
Before it even starts, though, and really gets there, the string quartet arrangement of this, like the parts they're doing, is actually really damn cool.
Yeah.
Like when it gets to the upbeat section.
That's cute. Nice.
Yes, they're snapping.
Yeah. Now my brain went somewhere silly.
You know what's funny though is when we first listened to this, the original cut of it, the first thing out of like our mouths was total musical theater like influence or whatever, but like the full like kind of
All nine
cabaret
yards.
jazz band kind of thing, and now it's
La La Land.
now it's very much the same thing, but a different part of the same
Of musical theater, yeah.
This is the reprise at the end.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Those are nice harmonic lines.
Uh huh.
Ooh, I love that so much.
Every Chatelaine wants to share her reign, so come and join me.
Little toy piano.
in my castle. We'll crush our enemies, bring them
That's not even a celeste.
That's a toy piano.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it is. That's so silly.
My mind goes fast and my knees start shaking. My stomach does flips and my brain does flops. And the feelings that I'm feeling, I don't think that I can stop. I could just say it, I love you and proclaim, but I'd have to kill myself if your feelings are the same. Maybe I should slow it down, try to show restraint. Oh, Megan Hills, I think I'm gonna faint.
I'll catch you, Nora.
No, I just went somewhere.
Where did you go?
Man, we'll talk later.
Okay.
Oh, I like that a lot. That is really musical theater-y.
Especially the tremolos that go
Yeah.
up.
Yep.
At least it's not on the ones and threes.
But yeah. Well, this is the kind of the reprise.
Oop. Alright, there we go.
The reprise group dance scene. Like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
musical theater card.
That's super cute. That's super cute.
All I was thinking the whole time was, that Jimmy Fallon the Roots bit where they take the toy
Yeah.
instruments. Like,
Yes.
all
Okay.
that was rolling through my.
Here's what was going through my head. The entire time the strings were playing, all I could think about was the Wii menu music. And because it's put together the same way. Those dumbass, Wii... the string quartet that plays the Wii menu music. Like, da, 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 like, to the measure just reminded me of everything that string quartet did. So all I was thinking about was like dumbass me's and Wii menu stuff.
You make me want to boot up the Wii and like make Sirs and Madams Wii's.
Oh.
Ugh.
It was some dumb shit, but it was silly.
I'm just here.
Right.
You are aware of this device called the Wii, correct?
Yes.
That's super cute.
I know it's not an Xbox or anything, but
No. I have, however, in the past hacked a Wii and saved all the discs as ISO files on a separate drive. So without having to put a disc into the Wii, you could access like 6 terabytes of every game ever made. Shh. That one?
Yeah. That later.
Okay, so anything else to say about the acoustic?
It was lovely. I'm sorry I don't have as much to say about the genre departures. It's not that they're not interesting, but sometimes they're formulaic, which is not a bad thing at all. That's part of the palate cleanser, is that there's not thousands of things going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, especially when you do something and make it an acoustic, unless you're doing a complete genre departure along with it being acoustic.
it's
Yeah.
already a bit simpler.
Right, yeah. So, what's the what was it? Shit.
I should.
Sorry. Death Clock. Oh, these grandpa's guitars.
Oh, yeah.
Whole section where it's like sometimes when you do an acoustic, a genre departure, there's no avoiding it.
Yeah.
Because of the sound that you're getting. But but that's still
Grandpa's guitars.
that genre though would still fall into that kind of musical theater idea the same way the original did.
Oh, yeah.
But just a different instrumentation for a different part of the same.
Yeah, it would definitely be like a reprise of that song later.
Yeah. So anyway,
It would be like, it would be a reprise. It would also be like an epilogue kind of song, where like after the dust is settled and all the problems are resolved, you hear that playing in the background. You're just like,
Yeah.
funny trivia knowledge. I have never seen a musical. I've played in 16 pits for musicals, but I have never actually seen any of them.
I sat in the audience and watched.
Yeah, because I hear the crap out of them. They're above my head, you know, and they're under the stage, but I've never actually watched one.
We can fix that.
No, we don't have to.
I mean,
That's the thing, is like, I would recognize that for what it is because of sitting in the pit,
And hearing it, yeah.
but not because I'm a musical theater enthusiast that goes
Right,
to, like,
yeah. Oh,
listens to
yeah.
all the stuff. But
So
I'm a musical theater.
So what you're saying is we need to do reactions of like Cats and Rent.
Oh, ooh.
or not.
Or not. I love Rent, and I can do with Cats, and I don't know if I want to react to him.
I would no.
Or what was that one? Book of Mormon. We could do that.
Book of Mormon, I'll put my time into it. And that
Or
was
In the
what I was,
Heights or Hamilton or
that's
Into
what I
the
was
Woods.
going to suggest taking
What?
you to see, because you would love Book of Mormon.
Anyway,
But I digress.
we have
So the next song that we're going to look into actually is one of the score tracks, which is RWBY versus the Beringel. I don't know how to say it correctly.
Gorilla.
Right,
gorilla
it's off of the short that RWBY was fighting the gorilla.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're just actually, since there wasn't, I guess there was not enough dialogue to, like, mask a whole lot of stuff that's going on, so we figured what we do is we just watch the short again and just focus on the score. And since the since this will be animated with the music, then the cool part would be some of the musical cues that go along with the action, probably.
Mhm.
So figure we just kind of do it that way instead of just listening to, like, off of Spotify or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, ready?
Yeah.
All right, ready? All right, here we go.
What is that low-pitched instrument?
It's just a sound effect, I think.
Oh yeah? Okay. Just the synth noise.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I remember watching this and just being like, look at that budget.
Oh yeah, the sudden budget jump in
You're
quality.
just like, whoa.
I don't know.
It's a weird noise. It's creepy. Oh, that's right. Part of her theme is a Spanish guitar, so we're gonna get some of that again. I love that. So much of a different feel without the sound effects.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that. What is that? That's not a dulcimer, is it? What is that? What kind of synth noise is that?
Oh, that?
Yeah.
Could be.
I love that melodic line. The syncopated piano. Yes. Bum, 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 bum. That was nice. The cymbal crash against the gunshot. Oh, that was really nice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
That's clever. That's really cool.
That is totally the Iron Man lick.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Love it.
Key change for the new fight. Every time.
Yeah.
Bass.
I forgot, it just throws the...
Yeah, the music cueing, the downbeats queuing up with gunshots and strike connections is really cool. And that definitely takes a lot of extra work from the composer, I think, to line that all up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just not an easy hobby. That's meticulous.
Big anime moment. You
Right.
can tell it's coming.
Right. Oh, Lordy, it's coming. Oh,
Yeah.
the reveal. Yeah, that's good.
That's nice.
That's awesome. This is my meat and potatoes. This is
The
like,
score, yeah.
I love this.
Yeah, and so I don't remember who it was, but I brought up the fact before that they'll film the movie or the show or whatever it is first, and then they'll add the music later. And someone somewhere was really insistent that they were doing it in reverse, where they were writing the music first and doing all the action based off the music, which is actually the harder way to do it.
That
which
is much harder.
Yeah, and so so maybe someone in the know, Jeff, will chime in and clear that up once and for all. But the thing is when here's a perfect example. So the movie Interview with the Vampire, when it first came out, or when it was first filmed, everything was done.
Movie. Yeah.
There was a composer that had written the music for it. And I don't know who the first composer was. Notice I said first composer. The director listened to the music and everything else and said, "That's crap. You're fired." Basically, like that's
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I remember hearing about this.
And so then he hired Elliot Goldenthal to come in, and I had never heard about. I'm not saying that he didn't have a bunch of stuff out there previous to that, but the first big thing that I remember hearing his name associated with was being the composer for Interview with the Vampire. Come to find out later, he was the second composer that was brought in. So the movie was done. Like, it was completely done. And so he sat down at a piano watching the movie with, just the regular dialogue and stuff like that, and basically banged out ideas while watching the movie. So, and if I remember right, the story that I heard was from him sitting down at the piano with the film on a TV in front of him to it being recorded in the studio with full orchestra was 3 weeks.
Jesus.
That's how
What?
Yeah, that's how fast it was all put together. It was scored, it was ranged, and then like a second orchestra came in to like do whatever. Because I remember there were certain key players who I've met before who were part of that recording session. So like the contrabass trombone being used for it was actually like this prototype, if I remember right, and so it had this like almost overly chainsaw kind of effect to it, just like edginess and stuff. So, but it was a very visceral kind of film score. But imagine writing a piece of music and then trying to film the exact thing you wanted from all the actors to put on top of the music to make it fit. It's the harder way to go.
No, you have to do the music second.
Especially with live actors. Like, animation, you actually can manipulate every character, but with live actors,
Right.
that's ridiculous timing.
Yeah, no.
But for this kind of stuff, the composer usually wants to see what's going on so that they can the story and the characters and the dialogue are what comes first, and then the music and the score supplements everything that's
And it's
being in there.
reactionary.
Yeah, John
Yeah.
Williams said that when he does soundtracks, he watches the movie with no intent of writing first. He just sits down and watches what they send him.
Yeah.
That way he gets anything that he said that anything when he has, if he's surprised or if he has any kind of shock moment while he's watching, if it's genuine, that's when he then uses that to write into music. He doesn't sit down at a piano when he's listening to it. The first listen through is just he watches it, no piano. He just straight up watches it with just as is, and then goes back after a full watch and writes.
So even when they're doing this show, I mean, there are several people who could probably find out from first-hand sources or be a first-hand source to like fill everyone in on that. But the fact of the matter is, it's easier to put the music to what's already been done, and there's probably certain instances where there's music that's already been written before, and they want to like add that into this particular thing, so they kind of make it fit that a little bit, you know. But as far as like doing, you know, episode 1 of XYZ show, whether it's animated or live action, doesn't matter. And then, you know, and trying to fit that to music that's already been done, it's a little harder. A lot harder. So, but what was interesting about this, because there was no dialogue, there was no action sounds, there was no sound effects, is that to see how many things that people thought were probably sound effects that were actually
turned out to be score.
It turned out to be timpani, bass drum, other, you know, cymbal crashes, you know, other things that you know, you have a gunshot that happens, but you also have a like a China splash. You know,
and a bass drum hit for a little bit of extra.
On top of that and stuff like that. So
you have a gorilla beating his chest, but if I remember correctly, the bass drums are also going right there. When it went 1, 2, 3, it just went da on the bass kick. So
Alex Abraham is the person who does the score for RWBY, and he does a really good job.
Damn good job.
So
I can already tell.
And you can see where he weaves in songs from the OSTs.
It's precise. It's the attention to detail. And the fact that when he does do a callback to an earlier tune that we already know, it's not not super explicit. It's subtle. It's a few notes. It may be like a measure or two of music, but it's not a lot.
Well, and it might be 10 clicks faster or slower to fit what's going on.
Exactly.
But in the heat of watching something like that, you're not going to know. You're not going to be like, that's at 80 and not 76 beats per minute. You know, you're not going to like notice that. And
it's also not like the Naruto shakuhachi. Like every time he does, that's an example of when you do a callback that's super obvious. In Naruto, you'll hear this Japanese reed flute all the time. Whenever there's there's always whenever there's a flashback, whenever there's an inspirational moment, and it's. I'm a fan of the show, but that's an example of like very non-subliminal callbacks. No, the callbacks they're precise and they're not in your face. And alongside that, what cushions around the things that we already know is really well layered mood music. You know, his use of just synth sound effects and strings against the percussion, against whatever's taking the melodic line. Like, even in that one song, I could already tell that everything is very, like, none of it is spontaneous. It is very well planned. It is very aligned with whatever's happening on screen. And that attention to detail. You know, that's part of the reason I imagine RWBY is so... I've noticed RWBY is so good. The music is very, very well done. Both from Jeff Williams and from Abraham. So that's Volume 4. That's the OST.
Thanks again, everybody, sticking with us.
Yeah.
We'll be back eventually for Volume 5.
Hopefully in a couple weeks.
We're going to steamroll all the way through until we get caught up. We're all very excited.
You don't sound excited.
I'm tired, but I'm having a wonderful time.
Sorry, just do a couple laps. Should be all right.
Get some more of that mellow yellow.
I mean, I've got more of it if you want.
I'm good.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I got to pack up and go to rehearsal. So.
Right. Until the next time.
Bye, guys. See ya.
Whoa.
That is...
Somebody else, not ginger.
Somebody else's bit, first of all. And secondly, I'm just drinking water.
He says ginger, not ginger.
Help. I might keep that part in.